the Orc Dork, and welcome back to our Lost in Random playthrough. We made it to Three Town, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I remember the Super Knights. Those things look cool. If I had to put my money on anybody, though, it had to be probably her. I assume that's a her in there. I mean, it might be because they're triplets, supposedly. So I'm assuming they might all look alike, and that looks particularly feminine. I don't know. I got my money on that one because the sword looks like it could put in work. I would say him, but he's much too short. Maybe he can go for those knees. But yeah, he can take out those knees. And the lance, I'm sorry, my guy. You chose the wrong weapon for a close range fight. Do I just ring this? What is this? I hit X. I don't know what happened. I'm supposed to throw Dicey at it? Hang on, Dicey. Oh, I can't until I'm in combat. That sucks. Maybe I just collected some knowledge or something like that. I don't know. Oh, look, there we go. Wait.
Come on, Dicey, let's go!
Yeah, I can't throw Dicey. Okay. That's okay. But yeah, last time we completely finished through
I've got cars to trade. Don't you want to follow suit?
Two Town.
No, you
I
do.
stopped to edit that one up. That's a big boy down there. I'm assuming I can't go that way. That leads to the battlefield. I would probably get stepped on. Hey, stop him. Invalid input. You're clearly a child, and so is your friend. Hundreds of years old, that input is even more invalid. Once the Colossus move again, I'll be needed, but until then, I have to make them move. Remain in the little way of children. Remain in the way of little children like you.
Yes, the war zone was no place for most children. But even suspected she could carve out a place for her there, with her dice by her side.
Okay, I don't understand why he doesn't talk. I mean, I get Dicey doesn't talk because he's a dice. But why doesn't he talk when everybody else does? Is he a robot?
Oh,
right,
bets are
Manny,
off when you've got a
let's see
new
what you
card
got.
from old Manny Dex. Oh, hello. You've made it to Three Town, have you? Be careful here. Those triplets don't mess around. But then again, that just gives you 3 good reasons to buy some cards, eh?
Alright, let's see what you... Manny Dex, what are you doing?
I could ask you the same thing. But now we're both here, and that means one thing. Let's trade cards! Let me answer that question with a question. Who could possibly dwell on the past when we've got cards in the present? So, let's trade, shall we?
I get the same energy from Manny as the shopkeeper in Resident Evil 8. Like, you know, the big guy? It's like he just moves around and opens his shop place to place, and no one really questions it. And this one, you actually question that the shopkeeper is able to move through towns, even though it's like forbidden to do so. And he's just kind of like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I got you. Ooh, money. I enjoy Hammer of Two than I do the sword, but the sword is it has more utility as well as the bow. So I guess that's why it's like here. But if I get that hammer,
noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are.
alright, now let's see. Huh, I guess that's one way to stop people from going up that way.
This bell belonged to my family, don't you know? It still does, I suppose.
Okay, is that... I hear the whole yes in his voice.
It has. I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are.
I don't really care about nobility. That must be nice for you.
You're the only one here like that, I assure you. It belonged to the triplets, and before then, it belonged to the Lord our King of Freedom, before his murder.
Yo, Orc, my internet is being horrible to me, so I can't exactly talk because stream is incredibly delayed, so I have to leave. Bye. No problem. You have a wonderful morning. Yes, it's morning for you. You have a wonderful morning. Be sure to get some breakfast. You knew the king, you know the triplets. If you're a royal, why aren't you fighting in the war?
Just so. But I'm a distant relative, far enough to stand outside the daily battles and to not choose a side. You know, I have another distant relative, a cousin of mine, that I haven't heard from in some time. Not since this cursed civil war started. Last I heard, she was in the Duke's garden, playing nobility, eating cakes, I suppose. If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her, that's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life. And it would do my heart good to know that she knows I do miss her. But it's too dangerous for me to go stumbling around a battlefield. Please excuse me.
That is the most long-winded version of asking me to do a mission that I have ever heard in my life. It was like he was too proper to ask for it himself.
If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her, that's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life.
Is it still green? I talked to him again because the green question mark was still by him. I didn't know if it was broken or not.
Fascinating. Fascinating. Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do you have a moment?
Sorry, when he said that he was basically a reporter, all I could think of was Shepard punching somebody in the face. I punched a lot of people in the face lately, so it's just funny. Sure.
Splendid, splendid. I have only one question. Who do you think started this war, turning our lord, their father's castle, into a battlefield? Surely you know the story of the three siblings.
Oh, the three siblings, yes, of course. Let's pretend I don't.
Oh, what fun. Yes, let's. So, since you're hearing this for the first time, let me tell you about the three siblings involved. There's the paranoid Count up in High Bet Haven to the west. The soft and coddled Duke living in Fogwash Garden to the north, and the duty-bound and tough-as-heck Baroness living out east on Wildcard Hill. Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war?
That's no information to go off of. How are you gonna just basically give me like the synopsis of these people and just say, now who done it? I don't know. Maybe it was Mr. Barnes and I don't know with the candlestick in the auditorium. I don't know. That's a terrible game of Clue. Why would you even do that? The paranoid Count, the fancy Duke, Baroness, all of them, none of them. I don't know, man. You know, it'd be funny. It'd be funny if it was all of them.
Well, that's the sort of opinion that'll make nobody like you. My word, what an opinion indeed.
Then don't ask for my opinion. Excuse me, have you seen any kids? I'm looking for a missing boy in a 6-year uniform. Have you seen him?
Why'd you ask, stranger? What's your motivation in all of this?
You don't sound suspicious at all. They're behind you, aren't they? He's a friend in trouble, and I'm worried. None of your business.
Oh, how heartbreaking for you. How tragic, you poor child.
So, have you actually seen any kids running around? Look, did you see Byrne or not?
Oh, heavens no. That sort of thing wouldn't interest me at all. Good grief, spying on people. I make a point of not remembering anyone I see in public. Privacy is very important to me, you understand. What with that paranoid Count demanding full reports of everything everyone does every day and all.
Yeah, well, thanks for whatever that was. So you won't remember me if Nanny Fortuna asked. You know what? Thanks for whatever that was. That person was useless. That person was a waste of actual time. At least you just did something. Oh God, are you? I can't tell if he's a brawler or what. Hang on. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing any monies.
The attack has begun! The king must be saved!
Oh, that's a walker. I thought that was like a. Oh no, it is a mace. I thought it was a flail at first, and they were gonna pick it up, but no, it's now a walker. It's an old person.
What? Identify yourself, stranger!
I'm even. Who are you? I'm even. What's your name?
I am Nishka, and I used to protect somebody important, I think. A ruler, maybe? Before the war.
Well, the king you mentioned, is that who you used to protect? What were things like before the war?
Oh, even, you sweet child. You can't keep clinging to the past. The king's dead and gone now for years, don't you remember?
Oh dear. I don't, Niksha. Right, well, Niksha, I need to go.
What? How did you know my name?
Dear God. It was a lucky guess.
A lucky guess. About what? What were you guessing about? The king! Protect the king from danger!
The fact that you got the bottom of the bird cage open to be
Oh,
around
boy.
here.
I can't wait to get back home. But I can't get back home without knowing the way. Or can I? Oh, hey, mister. Do you know the way to one... oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay. Ooh. Wow, it's pretty cold in here and dark.
You cannot be that dumb. I don't know if that's innocence or stupidity. Either way, that was something. So we've already talked to her. For some reason, I guess talking to her triggered the cutscene. More monies? Monies. Here are mice. Sorry for me adjusting the camera like this is gives people like headaches. I can't help myself because it's just kind of, that's the only way I'm able to see above myself. Excuse me, have you seen any kids? Have you seen my friend Bernard, a boy in a 6-year uniform?
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing.
That's Bernie. Did you see where he went? That's my friend. Where is he now?
Can't say I did, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before the Shadowman does.
Who is the Shadowman? Can you tell me about the Shadowman?
Everyone knows about the Shadowman, child. Especially children out all alone.
Are you telling me this is going to be a running thing? Like, if I have to... I saw him out of the corner of my eye and I was like, oh my God! Also, these creatures here, or these people, are they supposed to be reversible like that? Like, it looks like he can be upside down. I thought they would only exist in, like, Two-Town. Because it looks like if you flipped him upside down, he would just be the same. Maybe that's just how they're meant to look. I don't know. Coffee? Is this food? It says question mark food. Question mark food. I like question mark money too. Okay, so I can't go that way. Huh. Hi, Genwick. Oh, we haven't found the other guy either from the boat. I don't know where he was supposed to be.
Kids never run around here unsupervised. That's what the Shadowman ensures.
Have you seen a boy, yay high, in a 6-year uniform?
All I know is that if a kid's missing, the Shadowman's probably got him.
Everyone seems to fear him.
As well they should. You should be afraid, child.
Okay, sorry about that. This man is just moving. Street light terminal. Nothing else up there. Excuse me. Have you seen any kids? Have you seen my friend Bernard?
Leave me alone. I'm busy.
Okay, that was fast. I'm busy too, trying to save a child. Please, it's important. I'm trying to save a
Good
kid.
luck with that, stranger. If there's a kid running around unattended, the Shadowman probably has him by now.
The Shadowman? What do you mean has them?
Oh, you really are in over your head.
I know you know how to tell him. I know you know how to find the Shadowman. Tell me, you think the Shadowman took Bernard?
Oh, you are clever, but I don't know him. Nobody does. If you stay a spell, all Margarine Took can tell you about him.
Oh, you're Margarine Took. What? Sure. Please do.
The Shadowman. He was born in the time of the first nightmare, and he lives on to this day. But not like you or I. He lives in the walls of Mulgrow Alley, and he can always see you, but you can only see him when it's dark. Snuff out the lights in Mulgrow Alley, and you'll find him there, waiting. But be warned, child. It may be the last thing you see.
Why would I go to an alleyway with... That's like basically walking into a room, a bathroom, cutting off the light, and saying the Bloody Mary thing. Why would you intentionally do something like that? What could possess somebody? Like, curiosity does not just kill the cat. Curiosity, by that point, just skins the cat. And the dog. And the Tweety bird. I don't know. I don't understand it.
If he were merely a ghost, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Goodbye. I do not think we will see each other again.
Raise the crowd, find a Shadowman. So, where is that road at? There's Streetlight Terminal. Is this Mulgrow? Mulgrow?
You want to know about the Shadowman?
Trice?
You want to know about the Shadowman?
Yes, you've said that before. Yes, I would.
The Shadowman comes when night eats day. He'll come and take
Look,
your
Andy.
child away. And you might cry, and you might pray. But the Shadowman comes when night eats day.
There's money behind you. Like, you started rhyming, and I was just kind of like, I've had enough of that in the last zone. I'm not really handling rhyming people. Oh, thank you. I'm good for Shadow Max now.
He don't like shine, and he don't like sun. He'll come out the walls when the daylight's done. Snuff out Mulgrow Alley's lights, then you best run, for the last night of the Shadowman has begun.
Thanks, thank you.
Sounds to me like you're fixin' to go see him. I wouldn't thank me just yet.
That didn't rhyme.
You want to know about the Shadowman?
Is this not? Okay, so I have to go down the other way. I was curious because I thought this was going to lead to a whole nother area, but it does not. This leads to Grandma Speak and Say. Alright. Now, if this turns not into a horror thing, but if this turns into one of those things, it's just kind of like, I need a flashlight for it.
Dicey! There! There!
Good job, Dicey. Wait, hey, Dicey. Here you go, buddy. We need some money. We have to fund our campaign. This is war. Oh, wait. I have to be over here, I guess? And Dicey has to go over there.
Dicey! Over there! Dicey, come
Wait, I'm confused now. Because I can't jump. There's a track there. No, there was a track. I thought it was like a rail cart sort of thing. Oh, wait. No, I got it. I keep forgetting I had a... Did I not hit it? Am I missing something? I'm confused. It's something I should be able to shoot, yes? So it's just kind of like, I'm here, Dicey's there. If I take this, and why didn't that work the other? Why did I cut the lights on?
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Why would I turn the lights off? Why would I do that on purpose? Where did everybody go? Oh, this is a problem. Oh, look, lights. Are you telling me the Shadowman only grabs people who have candy? Oh, no.
Hey.
How about no?
Are you the Shadowman?
I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
You can keep him. I do not need him that badly. He is clearly stupid. You think I'm afraid of you because I'm not? What are you? Let Bernard go. You can have Bernard. What are you?
Haven't you heard the bedtime stories? I'm what goes bump in the night. I'm what comes for children when they roam a little too far from home. This is what I do. Or what I used to do anyway. Before this silly war.
You think I'm afraid of you because I'm not? Bernard is the last option. He's the last
That
one.
may be true. But there is another truth.
That, unless you respawn, I'm gonna punch you.
That if you're not afraid now, you'll soon learn to be.
Oh god, I guess I actually have to try and save Bernard in some physical aspect.
He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage.
Release him now. This is literal kidnapping. Please just give him to me. Look, homie, you already picked up a child who had candy in a dark alley, and now you're trying to use him as leverage. I'm already calling the police. Like, 911 is on the way. That's enough for you. The Knights are gonna come and just tear you to pieces.
You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards.
Hey, you made a pun.
In this case, children.
And we're back to calling the police.
Besides, you don't have what I need.
Skip the pleasantries. What will you trade for Bernie?
Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me.
I'm tougher than I look. You don't scare me.
That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the Triplets' war to end.
You're a monster. What do you care about peace? No offense, but you don't strike me as the peace and flowers type.
Oh, I'm not. I'm the creature that moves in the dark type. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadowman anymore. Life is the greater horror. And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you Bernard, then I want you to change that.
You want me to end this war? How?
I don't care how. I don't care about anything even, except being feared by everyone again.
With those skinny pants, you're pretty feared.
I know you're a dice wielder.
What really makes you think that? Is it possibly the dice that's doing a little jig next to me who's completely unfazed by your presence? That's excessive friends. How do you know that this is a dice?
Silence!
don't insult me with your bloody lies.
Shoot him with the slingshot.
They may walk on the living, but you can't deceive the Shadowman.
The police should arrive
You
anyway now.
alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again.
This man looks like what would happen if a leather jacket was left unattended for years at a time and just gained sentience. Like, he looks like really rough-boiled leather, and not in a fun way. How do you know Odd? But I know nothing about stopping wars. I accept your request of only to save my friend. How do you know about Odd?
For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
To save Bernard from the wretched Shadowman, Even had to end Threedom's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
I can't do that again. Or I guess I can just knock it off or turn the power out again. I guess that's for later. But yeah, no, like first off, Bernard got kidnapped and snatched up by a man in leather who snatches kids up who go off alone, who happen to be eating candy. If that doesn't sound like a red flag, I don't know what is. So I can't, I got nothing for that situation. It sounds like I need to involve the knights with their giant beat face sticks. Talk to everybody. Is it Nisha? Does she have something different?
That poor woman. Completely mad. Have you seen Nishka?
I mean, I have. Oh, she left. She moved somewhere else. There we go. Howdy doody, Nisha.
You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Earlier today, Nisha. We spoke about the king of this land, remember?
No, I don't remember much, and I'm sorry. What did you want?
How did this war start?
Oh, with the children. The 3 children. Well, something happened.
Did one of the triplets murder the king? I'm sorry, Nisha, but did you kill the king? I mean, by this point in time, I'd believe Nisha did it. He's huge and doesn't remember a thing. It looks like one of those, I fought the king and he dropped the bird cage trying in a last-ditch effort to try to take me out, and all he gave me was like a major concussion.
There were sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but...
Sorry, please don't cry. You've lost so much.
I'm sorry, it was such a shame, I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you?
I feel like I'm talking to Dory. I'm so sorry, but yeah. God, this is sad. Oh, also, her left arm looks like you should, you know the end of a mace? It feels like you can screw something onto it, and I can just imagine her like screwing the top of a hammer on, or like a spiked mace or something like that. Because I'm just kind of like, that's a weird looking appendage, and it's like, no, it probably attaches to something. I'd like to ask about the triplets. Can you remember something that could help stop this war?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well as I used to. I have moments where I can see things so clearly, and then, poof. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One for each triplet. That could bring it all back. Oh, and if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too. I feel certain of it.
Why would I try and find the murder weapon that killed the king? Why would I put my hands on said murder? You know what? Fine. How can I convince the triplets to give me all 4 things? If I brought you the objects, that would help you remember who murdered. If I brought you the objects, that would help you remember who murdered the king.
What's that you say? The king was murdered.
Okay.
Oh, whoa. I was supposed to protect him. I was. Oh, if only I could remember.
I'll return to you with those 4 things, Nisha. 4 objects is a lot to find in the battlefield, but it's all I have to go on.
That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well, it's probably fine, and we should all stop worrying about it.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that she just hulked through that giant thing? Ring the bell? Rod for Baroness. Baroness's item. Did he reset again? I thought he was going to be standing there now. Oh.
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, Even was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him.
I'm all
How
powerful.
could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power?
There's a pun I would like to make here, but I